Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start this bad boy. Hopefully the engine's not coming out. It's not coming out because I'm not dealing with that. I've already got an engine over here for the blue car, so we're not pulling an engine. This bad boy's running. So let's jump into it. Alrighty, so as you can see, there's a brand new spark plug. There's 3 of the old ones, the other one is over there. So got all the spark plugs out. So when we were trying to get it started in the last video, we were getting no spark at all here. So we'll go around to the other side, all the tools. So I've got the old coil out. We tested it, believe it to be good. We were getting the correct resistance from it, we believe. So we got power all the way into the distributor. As you can see, the distributor is gutted. Here are the old points right here, and then the old condenser is it's around here somewhere. It looked brand new, but it was bad. It was not, the resistance was not climbing like it should. So we pulled that. We have a new one right here that we need to put in. So we are going to put new points and condensers in, get it gapped correctly, get the spark plugs gapped correctly. I went ahead and poured some oil down all the cylinders just to get lubrication on those valve rings, or not valve rings, piston rings, to make them seal a little bit better, and so it's not just straight friction on there. So the last thing I should probably do is check the resistance on the coil wire, or the spark plug wires. I'm guessing they're good, but then again, who knows? So I am going to go ahead and dive into this distributor. Need to put these points in, which is going to be interesting because the way this one was, where this metal ring was riveted or something. Yeah, these points are all bad. To here, where this metal one is not. I am not sure how that clips. So we're gonna jump into this. So let's get rolling. So we got the points in and the condenser in. So now we need to get the, oh, hold on, let me get my other hand in here. So now we need to get this. This is what lifts it to give you gap. So now I need to turn this a little more to get this on the ridge here, because this, each corner here is the, basically firing. So need to turn the engine over a little by hand, and then we can set the gap on the points here, and then after that we should be good. Then we just have to set the gaps on the new spark plugs and put all this back together, throw the old coil in. I'll probably just rest it in there, and then we're going to turn it over with the spark plug out to see if we get spark. Alright, so now that we have this on a ridge, we can go ahead and set the gap on the point. It's supposed to be 20 thousandths. So loosen these screws up, pull it down. Got my feeler gauge here of 20 thousandths. We'll put it in there and get these gaps set, and then we'll be putting the distributor back together and getting closer to trying to get spark. Alrighty, so these are actually extremely easy to set these points compared to the Mustang. So on the Mustangs, you gotta like push down and tighten at the same time. So this one, as long as its top screw is loose, you just slowly turn this bottom one, and that will pull the entire bottom half of the points down, which then as soon as you take your screwdriver off, it stays, which is really nice. Makes it easier to do it by yourself. So everything is back together in here. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back together, put the cap on, and put the coil in, and then we're going to turn it over and check for spark. Alright, so now we're over here at the spark plugs. Need to set the gap on this bad boy. It's supposed to be 30 thousandths. So I've got 35. which is fairly close enough. So I'm gonna use my spark plug tool. Just make the gap a little bit more. Take 35, see if it fits in there. It's tight, so I'm saying that's 30 thousandths. So now we're gonna go ahead and plug this in, set it on the block, and see if we don't get any spark. We got spark, baby. Let's go. This bad boy might fire. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited that it has spark. I was extremely worried when I wasn't getting spark. I was like, all right, points, condenser, coil. Past that, I was like, I gotta look for grounds, because you gotta make sure you have good grounds. I was like, I have no idea where any of the grounds are on this Jeep. So this is good. So now I'm gonna gap the rest of the plugs. I'm not gonna show you that. Put the plugs in, put the spark plugs on, and then we're gonna try to start this bad boy. The fuel pump is still not getting fuel, so I'm gonna shoot it with starter fluid. Hopefully that gets the engine running enough to suck some fuel, and then eventually it will hopefully pull the fuel into the carb, and hopefully we have a running Jeep with no brakes. But you know what? Who needs brakes anyways? It's all go. So, alrighty. Let's gap these plugs. It's gonna run. As you can see in the previous clip, the Jeep runs. We were filling it through the carburetor with fuel. That was the only way we could get it running and to stay running. We never got any fuel into the fuel filter here, which is also the fuel pump. So my guess is the fuel pump is bad. So we're gonna go ahead and take this fuel pump off. I have a replacement right here, and we're gonna replace it and then try to crank it over and get it running. And as you can see right down there, that is the engine mount, which is pretty dry rotted. I have new engine mounts coming as well, so that the engine doesn't just twist off. So the engine is leaking fairly well. It is the water pump, I believe, up here that is leaking. So I have a complete gasket kit coming for the engine, so we'll redo that. But let's go ahead and get this fuel pump replaced and see if we can't get it running off of the gas tank. So I completely forgot that I was filming a video. So the new filter is on. It was a pain in the butt to get to. You basically have to have a perfect extension to come out past here to get the bolt that's right up against the engine block. Right here. Had to use two 1-inch extensions or so, 1.5 inches, I forget what they are, to get that out. But then went ahead and hooked all the lines back up. I actually turned it over. We got fuel in there. So now let's try and start the Jeep from the gas tank. So let's see how that goes. I think I just cooked the distributor. I heard a nice sizzling. That might have been the points and condenser and coil. This might be a 6-volt system, which doesn't make sense. I don't get it to have a alternator that's 14 volts. It's got to be 14 volts. I'll check it out. I heard a nice sizzling, then it died, but it could have died because it wasn't getting fuel. But it was weird to get all that sizzling noise. But the fuel pump works, the engine runs. We're gonna stop the video here because yeah, that was the point of the video. Get it running, it runs. We'll see if it runs again afterwards. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stick around for more Jeep videos. Hopefully we'll get this bad boy running consistently and then get it out driving on the roads. But we got to get brakes in it first, so that will probably be the next thing. Got to bleed the brakes out. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys here next time, and have a great day.